Love you too. Everyone having a good time so far? As you guys can tell, I am loud. I don't need a microphone, but I will take one because it looks good in pictures. Gratuitous picture moment. My wife's filming, so that's okay. So I'm going to start off telling you guys a little bit about myself. I'm 50 years old. I do have 7 kids. Wow. Well, lucky her. Come on, after all this, I mean, who wouldn't want to have some of this, right? Every night it's like, go time? She's like, Where is it? Either way. So, but no, I do have 7 kids, and my plan is at least one of them being successful, so that way I can retire and not have to eat moldy bread and peanut butter. Or there's something that happened to my stepdad. My stepdad looks after a bunch of rescue cats, and the grocery store down the street from his house every week would see him come in and buy 5 cases of cat food and no human food. So my dad went in, and the social worker came up and asked my dad to come see him in the side. They thought he was eating the cat food. And I'm like, okay, so he's on the Canadian comic diet. That's a true fact. So there's not a lot of money in Canadian comedy unless you're willing to sleep with the producer. And I know Heidi too well. So, as you guys can tell, like I am a little weird. I am fat. I try to get in shape. My doctor says you gotta take a shape, get in shape. So I said, I am a shape. I'm the letter P. Or if I'm naked. You laughed way too fast. She's blushing. But like my son, I got a certain part of me stuck in a zipper too. So I don't wear boots with zippers anymore. I love the fact that every one of these ladies got it. You guys are awesome. I guess you guys party a lot. B9. I know what type of party you guys go to. She got it. Like I said B9. She's going for her dabber. What? Nobody said there was going to be bingo tonight. Right? I get it. And yes, I am in the water a lot because, along with all my other health issues, my hip is separating. My muscles and tendons are separating inside my head. When you're carrying, 300 plus pounds above, something below's got to go. So when I'm in the water, it doesn't hurt. And I sang once in the water. But on a related note, if anyone is heading towards St. Catharines, my son's going to need a ride home.
You can run on the outside of my car, it's fine.
I love pulling up beside runners when joggers early in the morning on my way to work, and I would crank. I am tired. I just love doing that. I'm weird, right? Like, sir, if you had 24 hours left to live, what would you do?
Don't ask him.
Let me guess, that's your wife? Oh, okay. I just figured he's at this table, she's at that table. You can't be wrong, right?
Tonight.
Oh, she's your wife tonight? Sweet. So you guys are a little more than a throuple. Okay. Friends with benefit, there we go. So, okay, I was going to say something, but this is, I want to be statement. So if you had 24 hours left to live, what would you do? He doesn't know. 24 hours left to live, what would you do?
Kill someone and masturbate.
Sweet. Sometimes I do that together. I used to saw. But anyway, I would do something completely different. I would go on all my social media, and I would send a message to absolutely everyone that I have friends with, connections with, and say, if you don't forward this to 10 people in 24 hours, I'll be dead. You guys remember getting those letters when you were young? Yeah, you killed me. Because nobody forwards those messages. So, growing up, I knew there was something wrong with me. So obviously. So I begged my parents to get me tested, and it turns out that I got OCD. And they said, well, as you grow up, you might outgrow it. So when I hit my adolescence, I outgrew it. I outgrew OCD. I got obesity. So I gained a letter. But I'm going to, along with my hip displacement, I'm standing here today, and as you guys can tell, I really don't care. My 7-year-old does comedy.
He's 11.
Well, yeah, whatever. I got 7 kids. It's like when I call a pharmacy, they want to know their birth dates. I can't remember the birth date, but I remember the day of conception. I got that on film. But anyway, so I go to the doctors every year for a very in-depth physical because I'm standing here today not giving a crap about anything I say because I have beat cancer not once, not twice, but 3 times. I have fought that disease in one. Just like my teenage daughters, cancer wanted nothing to do with me. So I go every year for an in-depth physical. I know what I gotta do. I gotta go into the doctor's office. I gotta get naked. I'm gonna get poked and prodded. I know I'm gonna come. I'm gonna like it. She pictured it. So I get naked and I sit down on that table. And one thing that I wish you ladies would have told us guys, because I've never been told it in my 50 years, is that those stirrups lock. I should not be left alone. Like last time I was left alone, I was in Shoppers and I found a product that I don't recommend. It's called Vagisil. It doesn't taste like the real thing. I'll tell you that right now. He's sitting there like, you have not made me laugh. Yeah, Vagisil does not taste like the real thing. Anyway, that's not why I was at the doctor's. So I'm there, and I see the stirrups. And I put my feet in them. And then what I do the most stupidest thing when I get my feet in these stirrups. I breathed. See all this weight? Look at what happens when I bring my foot, my leg up, right? See that bulge? I breathed. My legs went. Like, they went out so fast, I was hoping my hip would pop back into place. So I'm like, oh my God, right? Now I'm stuck in there. And that's when my doctor walks in. When you walk into my doctor's office, you open the door, like where I am. I'm locked in and I'm naked. He says nothing to me. He just goes, huh. And he goes and washes his hands. And then he comes over and he goes, we're going to start by checking for a hernia. I know you know how to check for a hernia. Does anybody else know? They cup you and they tell you to cough. He just washed his hands in the coldest water in the universe and then grabbed a hold of part of me that is really, really delicate when it comes to cold stuff. So it caught me off guard. I was a little taken aback. So all I could get out was a, literally, that's the best. I looked down, and that's when my doctor looked down. And that is when the absolute magic happened. Have you ever involuntarily winked at someone? I had just locked eyes with my doctor, and I gave the biggest wink ever. His hands were cold, so I was in shock. So I was shocked. I looked, and then I went. And then I was like, oh no. And my body goes to me, he goes, you're going to mess this up more. So I reverted to what I do when I'm naked and someone's hanging on to my, treasure trove. I put my hand on his head. And I didn't think there's no way I could make this any worse, right? I did. Because as he went to talk, and keep in mind, he's still hanging on. I rubbed my fingers through his hair. So I don't know how to tell my wife I've been dating my doctor for the last year. But I've had a wonderful time. My name's Tommy J. Warren. Let's bring Rebecca Hardy back up. You guys give a look. Thank you very much.